Morning. Just want to show you if you've ever had a problem with a engine management on a Civic, which this is a year 2000 V16, so 1.6 VTI. It could be similar to what's in the States in like an SI, but I just looked this morning to try and find. I've got a fault code coming up at the moment, so the car is running a bit lumpy. So basically, once it warms up, we get engine management. And once you get engine management, then car seems to foul up a little bit, maybe around 4,500 RPM, and then it kind of pushes through and it seems to be okay again. But it's like probably like airflow or fuel or something like that. But anyway, it's not right. So I was poking around the net. I couldn't really find a decent guide on how to find it, because if you kind of look for fault codes, there seems to be different areas that you can access depending on the car. So this one's only specific to 2000 reg 1.6 VTI Civic. So I'm just going to show you basically how we can retrieve a fault code on the car. Okay, so starting off anyway, first of all you want to run the car obviously till, although not necessarily, but I've just run it until the fault has come up. But I would imagine a fault is probably going to store in the ECU anyway, so essentially you mightn't have to do that. What you'll need is basically a paper clip. So this used to be a paper clip, and then we kind of straightened it out because it's going to insert into two little clips. Right, just to access it, what we're doing is here on the passenger side, down low, there is, depending on some cars, everything I read on the net was basically to pull off this kick panel along here, and the ECU is in behind there. But on this model, that just doesn't seem to, it doesn't seem to work. So what I found was, so again, now this is probably very, very simple for a lot of people, but for from an idiot's point of view like me, who's non-mechanical, if something like this existed, I would have found it useful. There's these blue guys down along here. Blue guys, that's not an actual technical term. So, okay, brilliant, that's the wrong one. So there's one with 3, and then there's one with 2. So there's just a little, basically I'll show you when I get it out. Okay. See that there, you're just kind of pushing that's on the far side, you're just pushing that to release the clip. So you pull down the clip out of it. Right, okay. It's some brutal camera work, but what essentially happens after that then is that's going to come out, and we're going to hold that there. And the next thing then is I want to put the paper clip into the 2 ports. So how am I going to do this now? With the camera in place. Maybe if we clip this one out as well, it'll give me a bit more. Nope. Okay. So what's going to happen? I'm going to put in the camera for a sec, but these are going to literally sit in there. But you want to push them all the way in that they make contact. So just maybe that'll catch it on camera along here. Maybe it won't. But 1 and 2. Okay, so I've pushed them in. So basically they're now sitting in place in there. The bottom, 2 little contacts at the bottom. And then after that, what I'm going to do is start the car to ignition 1. So it's just in 1 click, not going to turn it on. Right, so now we got engine management flashing. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so what happens is there's fault codes. If you see along here, the ABS light is flashing. So ABS is going to flash a long time. Each time you get a long flash like that, it's basically the number 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61. The short flash, so basically the long flashes, okay, I'm just going to turn off the car. The long flashes are 10s, and the short flash along here at the very end you'll see, so long flash, short flash. So what it's doing is basically counting up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It's going to take this wonderful device back out and plug these back in. What that's doing is essentially telling you that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then the short flash is for 1, so 61. And what happens there then is, okay, that's back in place. So those 2 are clipped back in, and that means then your car is going to run pretty much straightforward again. Okay, so let's start it back up. Yeah, everything's clear again. So it's clear, but it's not really, because that engine management light's going to come back on once it detects incorrect airflow or whatever the hell it is. So in this case, I know it's going to be right. So I just went onto this one here, Honda Civic forum, just a Google search basically. So number 61, right, is 61 oxygen sensor heated, which is probably what most people would have thought it was anyway, like by the symptoms. Oxygen sensor heated, yada yada yada. Don't even know what that means. But so I need an oxygen sensor basically. So that's pretty much it. Anyway, I hope this is of use to anyone that's got a similar problem. So this car, 2000 reg, B16 Civic VTI. I'm presuming it's the same as an SI in the States. So thanks for watching.